Well, Merry Christmas. I hope all of you are making plans to join us for drive-in worship this Sunday, January the 3rd, beginning at 10 a.m. Chaplain Chris Bowen from Roanoke College will serve as our presiding minister while Pastor Drebus continues to enjoy a much-deserved holiday break. I'm Susan Short, and I serve College Lutheran Church in Salem, Virginia, as the Director of Music Ministry. We have tried to squeeze in just as many Christmas carols as we possibly can since Christmas Eve. This week's service will include Angels from the Realms of Glory, It Came Upon a Midnight Clear, The First Noel, and Hark the Herald Angels Sing. One of my very favorite Christmas hymns, and probably one of the oldest in our hymnals, is Of the Father's Love Begotten. Little is known about the writer of this text, Aurelius Prudentius Clemens. From notes that he provided in a short introduction to some of his works, he was a Spaniard, born somewhere in the north of Spain. He practiced law and twice served as a provincial governor. Towards the end of his life, probably around the year 392, he retired from public life and wrote poems and hymns in defense of Christianity. This hymn is set to Divinum Mysterium, a plainsong melody from a sanctus that most likely comes from the 13th century. Some hymnals keep the original unmeasured form of the chant, while others use a triple meter that was introduced in 1582. Like any chant, this hymn is particularly beautiful when sung a cappella or with a very light accompaniment that simply provides a foundation upon which the voices can rest. This hymn is most often sung at Christmas time, but really only the second verse actually refers to the nativity story, so without that verse, it could be sung throughout the year. It would be especially fitting during a service about the miracles of Christ, or Epiphany season, or as a hymn of response to the recitation of the Nicene Creed. The fourth and fifth verses also make a wonderful doxology for the closing of a service. By the time this hymn comes to us in our Lutheran Book of Worship, it has traveled an amazing journey through 17 centuries and at least 4 countries. A Latin poem from a Catholic Spanish poet in the 4th century, a tune from Italy in the 11th century, a translation from an Anglican in 19th century England, and a harmonization in the 20th century by an American Episcopal musician. This is a hymn for all times and all ages that will be sung evermore and evermore. I've provided a link to a performance of this hymn recorded at Concordia Theological Seminary in Fort Wayne, Indiana, and I hope that you'll take a prayerful moment to listen to this beautiful recording. Thank you again for taking time to learn more about our offertory hymn that will be sung during Sunday's drive-in worship service. I look forward to joining you for worship beginning at 10 a.m. Do continue to take great care.